Okay, so I have no idea what just happened. Okay? I have been defeated in the war. Like, I just gave up. I gave up because the Europeans in, around 1910, they get something called fucking gas over here in military directionism. Gas attack capabilities. So they got gas attack, and they started just massacring me so hard, it was impossible for me to defeat. But for some reason, the French Empire just got dismantled. I just don't. I don't. And we got our lands back. For some reason, for some fucking reason, Cambodia got a couple of these territories too. No fucking idea why. And I have no idea why I can't just, annex them. Because, they're slightly my puppet. I'm slightly civilized. Yeah, China's just exploding. And our economy is not having a good day. I'm going to need to really lower that military spending. Just really lower it. Really lower it. And try to get, some of our loans repaid. We're just paying so much in interest. The war is over, finally. We have, wow, 155,000 in debt. But at least we have factories. At least we have factories. And we just got Saigon, which should help our income. Guanxi clique wants an alliance. No, I will not get really involved. I will not get involved, really. Am I still their ally? Yes, I am. I'm still the ally of the retarded Italians. And now, we can... Oh, we're at positive relations with the French. Look at that. Cambodia's demobilizing. We're also demobilizing. Oh, apparently we are a colonial power. Not sure how that works. Oh man, how are we gonna get rid of all of this? A lot of it is from our own bank. How the hell are we gonna repay all of these loans? And for some reason, oh yeah, right, because we took the humiliation. Oh, this is so annoying. This is just, I have no idea what is happening. And I actually have no idea why this went to Cambodia. Oh, it's because they have cores there. For some reason, the cores of the subject take precedence over the cores of the overlord. I do not know why. Don't ask me why. I do not know. Anyway, I might just try to get some industry and commerce text just to improve my economy at this point. Yeah, our economy is just ruined. There's nothing we can do anymore. National stockpile purchases. Oh yeah, actually most of it seems to be that because we're trying to rebuild our troops. Okay, I guess just stop that for now. We're gonna do that eventually. We're trying to demobilize. Maybe this is gonna be enough for it to stop. Maybe. Yeah, colonial power, that's so weird. Yeah, textile mills, just tax efficiency. Gonna try to increase my income and stuff as much as possible. China wants things. No, I do not want things from China. No, Yunnan, I will not partake in your conflicts. Man, this was such an adventure. Well, I guess lesson learned, be a lot more fucking patient when you play Victoria 2. Because I feel like this campaign could have gone so much better if I were just a little bit more patient every once in a while. And it would have just skyrocketed at some point. Still though, the game has a lot of very, very weird and possibly unfair mechanics that I just need to wrap my head around. Yeah, at least we're keeping our force levels good. That's kind of what I'm afraid of, keeping my military spending at half, is that it's just gonna be very, very bad. Also, our education and administration is going down the drain, but hey, it's fine, it's fine. We're just gonna try to get, you know, as much of this as possible. Education efficiency might not be bad, but like, we can't get any of these things. Like, it would be so useful to actually have them, but no. You know, we might like try to rush down to like nationalism or revolution so that it can get fascism, and might just, you know, turn to that in some way. I don't know. Ooh, nationalist China. Hello. Yeah, I'll let them do that. Of course, Pops are not happy about all of this because we've just been really doing a lot of bad things to them. Let's see, do we have a trade policy? I think that most of our income is coming actually from taxes and not from tariffs, so no. Never bother with this again. High-tech schools decision. We still cannot do this military-industrial complex because of the prestige problem. And the military score problem. It would have been so useful to have it. Now at least we're getting, okay, good. So we're back on track with the economy, kind of. We're gonna need to really use up essentially all of our money to start repaying these loans. Consciousness, thank you. This might lead to reforms. Again, we want to use as much of this as possible to repay loans. Guominjun, the national army. Oh, well, wow, they really went in with the research now today. They have this thing is, well, pretty impressive. Yeah, okay. And Hui clique. So that is the early stages. The Tianjin concession. That's the quote-unquote legation cities. AKA just a little thing. Japan has Shanghai, and Germany has Qingdao, whereas Qingdao, sorry. Yeah, it's just like every power has its own thing. I didn't need to survive until 1815 or whatever it was in the end. Yeah, just increase my industry now. I'll try to get as many cheap techs as possible. The cheap techs are essentially the ones that are already... Oh my god, I can even build new armies. Wow, that's incredible. Build guards. I want guards to replace my infantry. So I've got 4 infantry here. I've got 2 infantry here, so that's 6. Those are the 6 that are going to be replaced. And since I don't think I'm going to need to fight anyone in the near future, I'm just going to disband these units so that they go back to the manpower pool. And we get the stockpiles back. Then we've got 5 more infantry, 6 more infantry. We can hopefully turn into guards. Yeah, the war just left us so depleted when it comes to arms. But we're going to come back, and we're going to come back with a vengeance. And hopefully we can use nationalist China's problems to take some territory there and essentially end it. Because unless the British decide to do some really stupid moves, you know, China's going to be the only avenue for expansion at this point. Yunnan clique seems like a very easy target, and they've got a precious metal mine in Kunming, which might be the tin mines of Yunnan, because that's like really the only thing. All pops in Vietnam gain militancy in exchange for some prestige. I will take that. I will also take. So we've got slavery outlawed. We've just done that. I will. Okay, what will people want for your draft? No, that's not what we want to happen. What are the issues at hand? That's just movements of Vietnamese fascists. Here they come. So the bigger one is the campaign for public meetings, and they are pretty pissed. So I guess I'll just, yeah, just allow public meetings, and yep, that decreased the militancy by quite a bit. So now I can get, because we took so much militancy during our war, now we can take reforms, which is pretty good. Pressing concerns. I'll gain some liberals. That's good because it allows, again, more political reforms. Essentially because liberals want political reforms, whereas, whatchamacallits, socialists want every reform, including the economic ones, which the liberals do not want. They do not want to regulate the economy one bit. Please build that cannery. I want more industry. Thank you very much. Now we're starting to actually get capitalists, it seems. And we've got enough soldiers, it seems. So I will encourage capitalists in either Tonkin or Saigon. See, Saigon here got a bunch of French, you know, investment poured into it. So perhaps it would be best to use Saigon as a... What do you mean it's a colonial province? How do we turn that into a normal state? We need 1% of the population to be bureaucrats. Encourage bureaucrats. That's why we are a quote-unquote colonial power. And that's why we need to fund Oh my god, that is expensive. We need to fund education and administration again. It's just so important to keep these, you know. We can't just let them go down. It's not gonna be a good thing. Chartist rallies. Yeah, sure. Voting is fine. Democracy. What a weird concept. Who would ever want such a thing? Anyway, we, you know, the more we repay our loans, the less problems are we gonna have with interest. So it's gonna increase our income, and actually our people are really wealthy, which is surprising considering we just came after, you know, a big giant war with modern powers, you know? Oh, coal production. I probably should not have done that because I don't have coal. Oh, right. Is there anything for oil? Organic chemistry, maybe? Inorganic chemistry? I don't know, like... We need things that will improve our oil. Because we've got oil. Number 9. It doesn't seem like we can do that anywhere. Rip. Ooh, the German Empire is number 1. Wow. I was not expecting them to overtake the British. Are they building a navy? Kind of. Not really. Britain has a bigger fleet. The United States is starting to get there. Russia getting there. The Danubian Fed. Well, I've had a personal experience of the Danubian Fed fleet. In the Kingdom of Italy. Yeah, okay, so if a lot of different powers gang up on... if a lot of different powers start to gang up on the British, they might have enough to deal with their navy. I don't know, whatever. That's an interesting thought. The Blight of 1912. Spare no effort. Oh, it's the potatoes. It's the potatoes! Let them eat cake. I think I will try to... Why do we lose prestige by helping out our people instead of not doing that? I don't even know anymore. Whatever. Mechanized slaughtering blocks. Yes, now. So now our industry's efficiency will be coming up very, very fast, which is good. I like to see that. Now I will disband the last of my infantry. The last of the infantry. And I guess the plain cavalry too, because, you know, better to switch to cuirassiers and stuff. We've got 1 cuirassier here and 1 cuirassier here. I guess I'm gonna need, like... Would it be better to go with dragoons or cuirassiers? Oh, dragoons, actually, because dragoons actually give reconnaissance, which cuirassiers do not. That is a big issue, actually. Oh, hussars, though, give 2 reconnaissance. Yeah, I'm gonna use cavalry for this. You know, reconnaissance is pretty damn important because it helps your commanders. Wait, maybe I'm getting confused with Hearts of Iron 4, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, go away, cuirassiers. I'm gonna reorganize my army as much as possible. Yeah, gonna build like 3 hussars, 4 of them actually. Then 2 more engineers. And then a few guards. And then we'll see. We'll see. We can't get tanks and airplanes, of course, but hey, it's fine. Pay some loans. Hope that the capitalists come about. Yeah, we're just getting medicine. Yeah, that's probably good. We're just getting so many different techs. The problem is, again, we just came so late into refreshing. Excellent. Pensions, yes. So we actually have social spending. Wow, 77! No, I would lower those pensions, but it's good to have pensions, because that will, you know, be a good way to make people less pissed. It's a double-edged sword, because of course, the more welfare state you have, the more people will actually expect you to put a lot of money into it. So if you have no welfare state, and you don't spend any money on welfare, then they're like, you know, what's welfare? So they're not really pissed. You know? Well, people are fearing things in China. That was to be expected. So, like, if you have, you know, no welfare state, but you are, and you're not paying any welfare, no one's gonna notice. But if you have a lot of different welfare reforms enacted, if we look at here, then essentially your people will be ooh, wow, unitary state. Okay. So your people are going to be expecting you to actually pour some money into it. Railroads. Railroads are a good idea. Let's do them. Okay, now we've got Hussar number 1. Vietnamese Free Corps. Oh, it's the Freikorps. Okay, so here are the fascists. Huh. All soldiers in Annam gain militancy. All soldiers in Annam become more fascist. I'm kind of hoping that I become fascist in a way, I guess. Just because it would be interesting. I've never played as a fascist in Victoria 2. Essentially all that they do is that they're more... lockouts. So essentially some workers are on strike, but the capitalists are essentially barring them. Oh no, they were not on strike, there's just labor conflicts as a whole, and they're barring them from coming into work. And we can either say, hey, that's unconstitutional, and that's gonna make everyone in the lower strata more happy. Whereas the rich strata will hate socialism more and become more militant. Well, yeah, I think they already dislike socialism. Taking a look at our political situation, actually, because of all the warring after I became westernized, I haven't really had a chance to look at it. Let's see, what are politics like? Let's see, if we go look at politics. So we're still conservative, anti-minority agitation. So that's if we want people to become more fascist. Okay, so the fascists dislike immigrants, even though I don't think we really have any immigrants. Like, our population, yeah, we've got Vietnamese, Lao, Thai, Asian Minor, Shan. Those are all the people that we acquired through conquest. So, no, we don't really have any immigrants. This is gonna, so if we support it, this is gonna make not Vietnamese people more pissed. And It's going to make Vietnamese people a lot more reactionary and more fascist. Whereas this is, it's just going to make the fascists more pissed. Let's just do that. You don't want too much reactionary. Like, fascist is fine, reactionary isn't. In terms of people's ideologies, actually 13% are fascist already. Wow, there's... Yeah, it's probably because there's a fuckload of soldiers in my country, and soldiers, especially after wars, there's a lot of events that make them more fascist, and they tend to be more fascist on their own. Oh, actually, only 3% are soldiers. Wow, so it's just... There's just a lot of fascists. Of course, Saigon, which is where the French were, is just a hotbed of socialism. There's also some commies there. A lot of reactionaries. And it's no mistake that there's re in reactionary. Factory cost minus 1%. Organized factories, yes. I'm just gonna get all the cheap techs that are gonna increase my productivity, my income, you know, all these things. We're down to 40 interest per day. No Yunnan clique. I do not want you. See, I think that taking over the Yunnan clique might be a great idea. It might be a terrible idea, though, because this would be the cores of Nat Chai. No, actually they're not cores of Nat Chai. More for conquest. We haven't been taking that many army techs, though, in the last few years. So, we would not be actually that strong. We're just generally a little bit weaker. Like, for example, what's your army tech nationalist? China? It is 10. We can defeat you easily. Yunnan clique. 10. We can defeat you easily. The problem is, we need to, you know, go away from our already progressing technology, you know, technological improvements in industry and commerce, and going into army. I'm not sure about this. I feel like I will take these last few, you know, commerce things that I haven't done, and then try to improve my army again. Although, I mean, yeah, we have bolt-action rifles, so we should probably have enough strength to defeat Yunnan. Honestly, let's justify for conquest. Okay, so you're 244. Okay, that's a fine composition. You're 221. Give me the engineer. That. Also, another problem with my troops is that I am really not upgrading my artillery, which is bad. Although, I mean, this one is for precious goods. Ooh, hello. That's just prestige. The historical theory, that's just, again, factory input efficiency tech and precious goods market size. Like, I don't have any precious goods yet, so no. Maybe this one would be better because it's just oil production output, you know, farming output. Yeah, this one is very good. Ad hoc money bill printing, yeah, administrative efficiency, very useful. So that the money that we're spending on administration is being used more efficiently. I can get behind that. 4 guards, 4 guards. How about 5 guards? All roads lead to Hanoi. I will use Vietnamese. Thank you very much. So that is about the road signs, which of course those crazy nationalists don't want, you know, it to be in our superior language. Those crazy Laotian nationalists. Anyway, we're actually getting... No, that's Thai people. Wow. Hard to Thai. Down. Nope, okay. Thank you. Are the capitalists actually bloody doing anything? Yes, they are. They're building railroads. Yeah, because we improved our rail system, at least in terms of the teching. There's infrastructure. It might be worth it just to, you know, make sure that we are building that. Even though it is expensive. It's important for us to get that railroad tech. Get those railroads into production. No, just 200 me before Conquest Castle's Belly. We can create a state. Yes, good. That should definitely improve our situation. Do you have any factories here? Nope, you don't. That's pathetic. You have capitalists. In fact, do we have capitalists anywhere in the country? That would be pretty good to know. There are 66 capitalists in Vietnam. Can we, like, sort by, like, economy or something? Literacy? Can we sort states by these things? Like, can we see how many people are literate in Tonkin versus, for example, Annam seems to be a lot less literate, but, oh, yeah, okay, so Saigon's very literate. Saigon's very literate, so what I will do is I will encourage capitalists here. And hopefully with that literacy and that money, they can build up some factories and, you know, okay, so now we have that annexation, good. I will bump up my military costs so that my divisions go up to full org. And I will take iron artillery. You're just allied with Guominjun. So Guominjun over here probably just can't walk across. I mean, even if he can, he's just free military power. Yunnan itself is, oh, 16. So you have 5 brigades with 11 tech. We have a lot more brigades with a lot better tech, but you can mobilize, and Chinese mobilization is just, they have so many pops. It's insane. This is going to be an expensive affair for our armies. Okay, at least his org is increasing slowly but surely. Okay, it's time to go. I will actually, just in case this goes very wrong, which it might, I will save. It's actually 1914. Interesting. Will you... Yes. By the way, that's the end of the time. But we'll see if we can destroy Yunnan. Oh, Sichuan clique will accept. Good. So let's see if we can get our troops moving in. Thank you, Sichuan clique. That would be very useful so that the Yunnan clique will be distracted by your existence. And yeah, as you can see, the Chinese mobilization is coming into effect. 30 troops, oh my god, that's so many men. See, that's exactly what I was talking about. I meant with, you know, maybe it's not a good idea to do this. Of course, we have much better tech, so we are slaughtering them. We're just slaughtering them. It's just, it's gonna be expensive. We're gonna lose a lot. Okay, good. We're done. Great. So, yeah, I'm gonna end the episode right now. I want to thank you all for watching. Next time we'll have some more population. Our country will look a lot worse. And then maybe afterwards we can just charge into Sichuan's massive, massive population. This is just such a tempting target for later. I know we've just allied them, but it was just for, you know, a tactical alliance for this war. Let's see. Maybe one day. And he's actually not sphered by anyone. Good. So I'll see you soon. Have a good day.